Hi everybody, it's John again here with Bike to Table. Remember last week when I told you it snowed a lot? Well, the roads did clear up. We took our bikes into the shop, so they're in storage now. So all we're left with is we have 2 cars in our garage, no bikes. Hopefully we'll have an early spring so I can get back out riding. In the meantime, we have an Italian classic coming up for you. Hope you like it. Check it out. Hi everybody, welcome back to Bike to Table, channel where we go for a little ride and enjoy all the things about riding. Then we head to my kitchen to make a meal that's easy, fun to cook, and delicious. I'm John, I'm up here in Northeast Ohio, and as you saw in the intro, the bikes are in storage, so I thought I'd answer a couple more questions that I've gotten through my YouTube channel or through Facebook Messenger. So as I'm talking here today, I have this little voiceover over one of my old trips to the Tail of the Dragon. Now, again, that's Route 129 down in Tennessee, North Carolina. It's world-renowned. It is a fun road to ride in. If you have not gone there yet, please do so sometime. It's great. Speaking of riding, one of the questions I had was, do I have any plans for next year? Yes, my wife and I are planning on going on a 3 or 4 day long weekend. We're going to take a ride through a few states heading towards the east. Head through Pennsylvania. We're going to visit the Flight 93 Memorial because it'll be the 20th anniversary of that. Yeah, I can't believe it's been 20 years. Also, we're going to head through Maryland, Delaware, and Virginia. We may also swing down through Washington, D.C. We don't know. We're still planning out the route and what hotels we're going to be staying with. That is, again, assuming that COVID's over and we're back to regular riding. Another question I had is how long have I been riding? I've been riding on 2 wheels since 2000, so I guess for about 20 years. Still can't believe it's that long. I've ridden on cruiser styles, and then I upgraded to my Road Glide, which is a bagger. I've not ridden on a dirt bike at all, or a sports bike, or a chopper, or a sports touring. I took the motorcycle safety class here in Ohio, which takes you from classroom to the riding course to taking the actual Ohio motorcycle license test. It's great because they supply the bike. If you need to, they'll even supply you a helmet. Of course, I had my bike, so I already had my boots, helmet, gloves, all that stuff. Now, they're really thorough. I really encourage any new riders or even older riders to take that because you're always learning something. We had a guy in my class that was riding for 10 years. He just kept renewing his learner's permit over and over, and he finally decided to actually get the little M on his motorcycle endorsement on his driver's license. And even then, he said he learned some things. I myself have had a couple of close calls in my riding history. And I use some of the stuff that I learned there. And a bonus on that is it gives you a break on your insurance cost. So that's good. Now, what are we making this week? Well, I have a fun recipe for Parmesan breaded pesto chicken. I've been thinking about that. It's an Italian classic. It has this nice, thick, and creamy pesto sauce on it. It's going to go great with some garlic roasted broccoli and potatoes. I'm really excited to show you. This is one of my favorites, so let's get to the kitchen. Check it out. Hi everybody, welcome to the kitchen. Thanks for hanging around for a little while. Really excited about today's meal. It's an Italian classic. It's pesto chicken with some garlic, potatoes, and broccoli. It's going to be great. Can't wait to show you how to cook it. Let's check out and see what we got at the store. So at the store today, we ended up getting a couple of chicken breasts, some fingerling potatoes for a little something different, some broccoli I started to chop up already. We're going to cut those a little bit smaller. We have a couple of green onions. We have olive oil, salt, pepper, some garlic salt, cream cheese. We're going to use about 2 tablespoons of that. We have 2 tablespoons of the pesto sauce. We have about a tablespoon of the mayonnaise. A third of a cup of Parmesan grated cheese, like one of those shaker cheese cans you get from the store. And then we have a quarter cup of panko breading. Really looking forward to showing you how this one comes out today. Let's start off with those potatoes because those need to go in there first. Now the oven's going to be at 425, We have a pan that we've already foiled and oiled, and we have a couple of pans on the stove for the chicken and for the pesto sauce. Let's get cooking. So we're going to get our potatoes ready. We've already halved our potato fingerlings. Next we're going to want to put about a tablespoon of olive oil in there. There we go. We're going to sprinkle in about a quarter teaspoon of garlic salt, a little bit of pepper. We're going to mix that together. This is going to go into the oven at the 425 that we've already preheated it at for about 15 minutes. You're going to want to spread those out into a single layer on the pan, up or down, doesn't matter. And on the empty side, we're going to put our broccoli. In we go. "15 minutes. In case anyone is wondering about the shirt that I have on today, this is a ride shirt for a local officer who was killed in the line of duty. His end of watch was 6/24/2018. His name was Matt Mazzani. So he was on a normal traffic stop on the highway. A drunk driver came by and sideswiped him and killed him. Never forget the sacrifices that our law enforcement does for us. A lot of times bikers go on charity rides, and this is one of the charity rides that I was honored to participate in. Okay, broccoli time. Again, we've already chopped up the broccoli into smaller pieces. We're using the same bowl that we had before for the potatoes because save on some dishes, you know. Using the same ingredients, we're going to do 2 teaspoons of olive oil this time. There we go. Going to do about a quarter teaspoon of garlic salt, some pepper, and we're just going to mix that up. This is we're going to set aside because the potatoes are going to be cooking for about 15 minutes. We've already done that. And once that 15 minutes is up, this goes on the tray next to the potatoes on that empty space that we left. These are going to go in for about 14 minutes. Time to take care of the broccoli into the oven. Ooh, listen to that. That sounds great for the potatoes. You can smell that garlic. It smells really nice. So like the potatoes, we're going to spread the broccoli out into a single layer on the tray here. There we go. That's going to go back into the oven for about 14 minutes. There we go. While we're doing that, let's cook up our chicken, okay? A little cooking hint that I prefer is I like coating my countertop with some saran wrap, so as I'm cooking, especially when I'm cooking with any kind of crusting material, the Parmesan, the panko, that just goes everywhere. This will just make it a little bit easier to clean up. Now we've already salt and peppered our chicken on both sides. We're going to, in our plate, we have our panko crust. We're going to grab a pinch of the Parmesan, mix that in there really well. There we go. Spread that out evenly. Now with our mayonnaise, we're going to smear that on to the chicken breasts on both sides. There we go. And then pat in some of that breading on both sides. There we go. Just like that. We'll do that to the other chicken breasts and we'll get those cooking. Okay, for the chicken, we have our pan. We already have about 4 teaspoons of oil in there. We'll just drop our chicken breasts right in. That's going to start to sizzle up a little bit. You're going to let the chicken sit for about 7 minutes on each side until it's a nice golden brown. You're going to begin to smell that breading and that Parmesan in there. It's going to be great. We're going to make a nice creamy pesto sauce to put over the top of it. It's going to taste delicious. Time to flip our chicken, everybody. And nice. Oh, look at that, nice and golden on the other side. That's great. There we go. That side again, we're going to leave in for about 7 or 8 minutes. We're going to add those green onions to a teaspoon of olive oil. And mix those in a little bit. We'll leave that there for about 2 minutes while that starts to sizzle and cook. Then we'll add the pesto and we'll add that cream cheese. It's going to be a nice, delicious, creamy, smooth pesto for on this chicken with the roasted vegetables. Now let's add the pesto. Again, that's about 2 teaspoons of pesto. Cream cheese. Now the cream cheese is going to melt right into the pesto, and we'll mix that in. Starting to cream up a little bit. We just need to let the cream cheese melt in a little more, but that's just the kind of thing you want to see. Time to plate up, everybody. We've already taken care of putting our chicken on the plate. We'll grab some of our potatoes, some of our roasted broccoli right on top too. Nope, had a little jumper down there. Let's get a couple more. There we go. We'll get our pesto sauce here. There we go. Add a little bit of that Parmesan across the top of the veggies. A little bit more on top of the chicken. And there we go. We got a pesto chicken with roasted garlic broccoli and fingerling potatoes. My name's John. This is Bike to Table. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And remember, live to ride, ride to eat.